Welcome to DeFi Crypto Talk, where we talk everything DeFi in the cryptocurrency space. So today we're going to be talking about how you can make thousands of dollars, potentially make thousands of dollars in the DeFi space. Before we get started, please comment, like, subscribe at the very bottom. It'd be greatly appreciated, and it helps this information get out to other viewers. So let's jump into it. So this is probably going to be like a series of videos that I'm going to make, just going over the different ways you could sort of, get ahead. For the first series, the first part we'll talk about is pre-sales, basically. So if you notice, every project, for the most part, has a hype phase, and that's initially on launch. Everybody's excited, and typically, that's where the most excitement's happening. Everybody's excited to see it launch. They want to see the project, just go to the moon, basically. So that's where a lot of hype is built up, but a lot of the money is made before the project even launches, so in the pre-sale. And I'll give you a prime example of this coming up, which I just used. So in this example, I have a random coin. So I pulled up this Unitrade coin, and as you can see, there was initial, they probably had a pre-sale, and those pre-sale guys got in a lot cheaper than the 12 cents here. And as you can see, there's that initial pump, and then it pumps up real high. So 12 cents to, $1.60. Roughly. So pretty big of a pump, right? So, and then eventually, the hype sort of dies down, and everybody, and then, you can assume that this is the pre-sellers just taking profits at this point, right? And taking profits, and then you have another phase, and, but by this time, your pre-sellers are already out. Okay. Next example. Same thing. This is another random coin, crypto token, right? Same thing. So launches, initially drops down, has this huge spike up, and then pre-sellers say, okay, I'm going to dump the coin, and then they sell it, and then, it just starts on this downtrend from there. And then, you don't want to be one of these people holding the bag if you bought from way up here. So, it's best to get to sell. So, pre-sale. So pre-sale is definitely a way you can make a good amount of money, thousands, fairly quickly. I'll give you a case in point. I invested in Piston token. Now, I actually was in the pre-sale for version 1, and I just so happened to be in it because I only invested about half a BNB into the project, and then I was able to get in the pre-sale, but I can only invest $400. So I went ahead and did that because I said, hey, why not? I'll be in a pre-sale, and looking at history, different projects, this project had a lot of hype behind it, so I said, why not? Let me give it a shot. So I did that, and then, here's proof. So I was able to claim 154 of my PSTN tokens. And then, so I invested $400, and then the project launched. And then I think I sold it at $13. So here's my scan, so my BSC scan, so you guys could see. So full transparency here, 21 hours ago. And as you can see, so it's about 154 tokens, and then it was $1,800. So out of $400, I made $1,800 fairly quickly. So it only took me just holding till launch, and I just dumped my coin. So case in point, pre-sales. So pre-sales are a really good example of how you can make thousands and get out of the project. If I had been, and today was a crazy day in the crypto world, as you guys know, because Splasive had the exploit. But a lot of these guys, some of the people got in early on this one, and if they, didn't even invest in the tap and they sold their coins initially, a lot of the pre-sellers are probably out of this, to be honest with you. So, so they didn't have to go, deal with the exploit. So, and then a lot of these are following what we all know as Drip, which is the king of all of them, really, and the one that's been around for the longest. So, I plan on just, and I only invested, I didn't invest that much. I mean, for this one, it was half BM, so it was about $400 for the pre-sale for this one. So make it $1,800. So, and that's pretty much my strategy as of right now. I mean, if I could continue to flip those projects now, this is not financial advice. Crypto could be very risky, so just watch out. But, my strategy is to flip those projects like that. I did invest in Splasive, but I did not sell when the price went up. I actually invested in the tap, and then now, as we know, it got exploited. So it was sort of a down day, but at the same time, my Piston token profits sort of made up for that. So What I plan on doing next is I plan on, of course, investing into the animal farm and specifically the piggy bank. So I'm going to try to find other projects that I could sort of invest in, try to find some pre-sales. And honestly, this is probably only the second pre-sale I've ever been in. The first one I was in, this is a while back, ended up rugging. So they just took off with the money. So happy this one worked out, and happy I was able to take some profits. And don't be afraid to take profit, guys. Because you owe it to yourself. You worked hard for it, and you're investing your hard-earned money. So never be afraid to take profits. It took me some time, honestly, to actually start taking profits. And now that I have, I'm greatly happy because now I've taken this out, and not saying anything can go wrong with this one, but we've had the exploit here. Piston tokens had some issues. So you never know. So I'm trying to put my money where I feel it's going to be the safest. That's in the drip network and then the animal farm. So anyway, so that's a way you can make a couple $1,000s relatively quickly. So please comment, like, subscribe at the very bottom. Let me know if you guys are getting into pre-sales, and if so, what pre-sales you get into, and we'll just help each other out. On our way to financial freedom. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you guys on the next one.